Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another podcast. Now, I stopped doing them for a little bit because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. But now, I've got a little bit better of a setup, a little bit better situation. I'm still only using the mic that I use from the vlogs. I'm not even using my actual podcast equipment, but it's fine. This might be easier anyway. So today, I think how I'm going to structure this from now on is we're going to have one podcast. And usually I'm going to have guests, but this is kind of a trial run. So I'm going to have a podcast. It's going to be the main podcast, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, hour and a half, 2 hours, however long it takes to get this fucking masterpiece done. And then within that, obviously, we're going to talk about like different subjects and different things. So I'm going to have the main podcast, and then for SEO reasons to, whatever, we're going to cut up the podcast and post little individual clips. So once a week, a full podcast, and then 2 or 3 uploads of like highlights from the podcast pretty much. So you can watch the full length one if you're a true fan when it first comes out, or you can just watch the highlights. Other people can watch the highlights. It's going to help like kind of spread out more to other people, SEO reasons. Anyway, like that. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing. And this isn't a vlog, and I don't cut these. I'm trying to make this an actual podcast, not a vlog. So I'm not going to do any cutting. So this is the raw, real, uncut me, as fucking shitty as it's probably about to be. Anyway, I've got a whiteboard with a bunch of topics on it, and we're gonna start with some crazy BMX stories. And what's crazier than the time I almost fucking killed myself? We're gonna talk about my worst crash. Now, let me set the scene. I was in 8th grade. I started BMX 1 year before, so this is about a year into it. So as you can tell from the story, here's what I was trying to do. I was trying to do a 540. And this was whenever it's the first year of BMX. I was getting really good, really fast. I was doing truck drives. I was doing tail whips, all that kind of stuff. And then as you could tell, I felt invincible. And it's not exactly what happened. I wasn't invincible this day. So I was at the Springfield skate park. I was about 13 years old. It was a 6-foot wooden flyout. So we're inside. 13 years old, I got a big ass flyout made of wood. Can't be that bad. What could possibly go wrong? I'm at this point, I'm good enough to be dangerous, and I pretty much fucked myself up because of that. So what I did is I went up the ramp. Now, I don't remember this at all. I don't remember a damn thing. I don't remember the day, and ever since then, I've had really bad memory loss. So what I've been told is I did the 540. My ass fucking hee-hawed face down. I don't know how my face hit first when I was doing a 540. And a 540, you're supposed to land backwards. How did I land on my fucking face? That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, I did, apparently, somehow. Did the 540, nose dove, landed on my face, and I've got a list of everything I broke. I broke my jaw, I broke my nose, and it's still a little wonky. I got a grade 3 concussion, which I didn't know there were different types of concussions. It's grade 1 is mild, grade 2 moderate, and then grade 3 is severe. That's like, they told me that's like what the NFL players get, like grade 3 severe head injury. I was like, fuck, that's why I'm so stupid. And so I got that. Oh yeah, and my 4 front teeth up here, they're actually real. I got like a root canal. They're my real teeth. People always ask me all the time, are those your real teeth? Yeah, they got knocked out of my mouth and jabbed into the roof of my mouth. So knocked out and then fucking salt to the wound, right back up in the roof of my mouth. That was a cocksucker. The first thing I remember is me waking up the next morning. I totally lost all memory at that point. At the first couple days, I was like, what? I'm on fucking Mars? I don't know. I woke up and I looked in the mirror and I smiled. And it looked like I had braces, but something was a little different. I looked a little closer. I had a metal bar across my teeth. Kind of like braces, right? But under that was cement. They fucking cemented them bitches back in my gums. So, 13-year-old me waking up, my face is all swollen. I look like hell. There's blood on my face. And I look in the mirror. I'm like, who the fuck is, like, who am I looking at? You know what I mean? Like, I was so shocked. And then I remember I walked into my room and I saw a big flat screen TV. And I was like, what's going on? And my parents like, oh, it's the day after Christmas. And I flipped shit because I thought I missed Christmas. So I'm this kid going through this fucking weird trauma that I don't even really understand. I just woke up from a hospital at that point. Don't remember anything. I've got shit laying everywhere. I got a huge flat screen TV. And I'm like, whoa. As you can imagine, it was a roller coaster. I was like, tight. I didn't feel anything. There was no pain because I don't fucking remember any of it. So, I can't cut this. I can't cut this either, but I'm wearing my jammies. Motherfucker ain't got no socks on, dog. You know what it is. Alright, anyway. So that was the story of my worst crash. There's no real good way. Oh, we're only 5 minutes into this. Podcasts are supposed to be long, aren't they? Let me know in the comments below what topics you want me to talk about. And this is obviously I want to have guests. That's one thing I want to do. I want to start having guests and work my way up and get like some gangster ass motherfuckers on this. But we're just me right now. That's what's going on. All right. So the next crazy BMX story, and my memory is so bad. So whenever I'm talking about myself, I tend to leave a lot of things out. But this is one thing that recently happened. Is there was a BMX jam. So first of all, let me start. You can go watch this jam. You can go watch it, but it got blocked twice. So I posted it one time, and the thumbnail was fantastic. Everything was great. It was like my best vlog yet. Gets like 400 views. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Everybody was so confused because it got no views. And come to find out, it got blocked. So I re-uploaded it with another song, got 500 views. I was like, what is going on? And that one got blocked too. I don't know what the deal was, but I'm going to explain the vlog, and maybe that has something to do with the fact that it's not reaching people. It wasn't that bad. I've seen way worse. You ever heard of David Dobrik? That motherfucker's got crazy shit going on, and this wasn't even that bad. But so I'm going to try to remember the vlog. The vlog was fucking around. We got a pop tire. We're messing around the side of the highway, and then we get to the jam, and so there were 3 ramps built on top. Like, these were ramps just built for the jam on top of a bank. One was called Big Deck, then there was Little Deck, and then there was No Deck. But the spray paint can ran out, and the E's looked really fucked, so it looked like Big Dick, Middle Dick, No Dick. And my friend Brendan, we call Bart the security guard, I don't know if you guys remember in the vlogs, it's been a while since I lived in Kansas City, but he goes up, he gets Big Dick in the ass. He goes fucking up that hoe, double pegs it, lands like flat, some crazy shit, goes straight to his chin. This is like a 7-foot drop straight to chin. Huge hole, gushing blood everywhere. I tried offering to take him to the hospital, but this dude is he's a tough dude. He said, "No, fuck that. You guys enjoy the night." And he just went and he got stitches, and he has a big old, like, he looked like a man. Like, that shit was bad. That was fucked. So that was that, and we filmed it. We filmed the gooey hole. That's I can't cut that. That's so gross. We filmed the gooey hole, all the blood, all that shit. So that may have been one reason why we got fucked on that vlog. Number 2, the guys who hosted it, some of my friends, they spent hundreds of dollars on fireworks, and fuck, I can't pause this shit. Fuck, I can't just get text messages. God damn it. Alright, what was I talking about? No, fuck, no, I can't stop now. Oh, we're like 10 minutes into this bitch. Shit. Alright, what was I talking about? Fuck. My mom is texting me like prices of apartments in Florida. So I'm like, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, they spent hundreds of dollars on, just like get right back in the zone. They spent hundreds of dollars on fireworks, and they did what's called this death race. So basically you get a fuck ton of people lined up. You get them going this crazy route that's dangerous enough. People are already eating shit. Then you throw drunk motherfuckers with Roman candles and artillery shells popping at these dudes when they're trying to not die already. So you've got flaming balls of fury flying at your face while you're trying not to hit the drunk guy next to you going fucking 50 miles an hour down a ramp on a bike. It's so insane. It was such a good vlog. And both versions of the vlog had great songs to it. So good. Just the craziest shit I've seen on, like, ever almost. Like, I've seen, it got posted, not my video, but the actual, like, production from the guys who threw it, got posted on Our BMX. Or is it BMX now? Fuck if I know. Ride BMX, whatever the big new poppin' website is. It got posted on that, and it's one of the craziest videos. Like, this is my video. I made this, and it's one of the craziest BMX videos I've ever seen. And it's just insane that I was there to witness it, and I got to make that video. It's a shame that it didn't get more views. Honestly, I might upload that video on this channel, because this channel doesn't get any views anyway, because who wants to listen to me talk about random shit? Nobody. It's just fun. Anyway, so that was crazy. Oh yeah, that wasn't that bad. I think what really got it was because after the race, we wanted more footage. So maybe a couple hundred people sitting around the edge of the skate park. Then there's this big pyramid looking thing. Me, Caleb, and this guy we call Soto go out on this bitch. There's a grind box on top of it. So he's basically up on a pedestal in front of everybody. He drops his pants. I'm there with the camera. Soto has a Roman fucking candle. Now, if you don't know Caleb, he's a chubby motherfucker. So he's got some meaty buns. He's got some buttery biscuits, to say the least. So he laid down, pants off, in front of everybody. Soto sticks that cocksucker in his ass. And he lights it. A Roman candle. I'm there filming it. I'm filming this whole thing. It's like crazy death race. It cuts. He's thrown on stage. He's like, safety first. And then it cuts to him laying on the thing. And then the guy who's running the event from far away with the megaphone going, oh my fucking God. And so it's like, watch this shit. Lights the Roman candle. Music comes back on. There's Roman candles flying over him while he's shooting them out of his ass. The craziest fucking shot. My favorite vlog of all time. It was so insane. And I cannot believe that it got no views. Like, I'm going to have to figure out how to get that video more recognized. But there's a dude's bare ass shooting things out of it. It's dangerous. It's like, if this was in a court of law, you could call that child pornography because the kid's only fucking a year younger than me, and I just turned 18. So, anyway, that was the craziest time I've ever had on my bike. Oh yeah, during the death race, this guy goes up, eats shit on the spine because everybody's going way too fast, way too uncomfortable. You can't see their smoke. There's balls flying into your face. Fireworks, not actual cock and ball. So this dude eats it over the spine. So he's like knocked out. First of all, he had to go to the hospital. He was screwed up. And then the person filming, it's my buddy Hayden. I didn't get this on camera. It's on the vlog though. He got it from Snapchat. He's like, oh my God, this guy's knocked out. Like he has to go to the hospital. Just waiting there. No one knows what to do. Froze. Sure enough, Caleb's fat ass comes roasting over that goddamn spine. He nails the kid. He goes flying over the bars. They're both dead. Caleb didn't go to the hospital. That poor kid had to go to the hospital. He was fucked up, but that's probably some of the craziest times. And it's always about people getting fucked up that really click in my brain with me. I like that. That stuff's fun. I like fails. I like to look up BMX fails. All right, what we at? 13 minutes. Damn, this is crazy. This would be a solid vlog for me right now. Except maybe people would actually want to watch it. All right, what do we got? I wrote down... Oh, this is another kind of a crazy story. So, my buddy, rest in peace, his name is Nick. He died, like, 4 or 5 years ago. 3 or 4 probably. Great BMXer. He's the one who did this. And this story is in honor of him. He moved back to Florida 3 or 4 years ago. 4 or 5, however long ago it was. And he was on a moped on his way to work to just make a living, pay his rent, and a drunk driver hits and kills him. Rest in peace, Nick. You're a great dude. Amazing shredder. He's the one who taught me a lot of shit. But this motherfucker was so funny. He was so high all the goddamn time. Oh my God. There was this car. It was like the middle of the night. Pretty sure he was stony fucking baloney. And this white car, this little shitbox, probably spent like maybe $1,500 on the thing. But someone worked hard for that car. Someone went out, saved up $1,500, $1,000, however much that little shitbox was, and that is their car. That is their freedom. Nick takes one look at this car, hood rides the cocksucker. Just hood rides it, dents the shit out of it. Because this little shitbox, it can't hold that. He wasn't impressed. He rode it. He looks at the side of the car. He says, I'm a wall ride this fucking car. I said, no, you're not. Don't wall ride this car. He wall rides the car, as you can imagine, on the door. His back wheel hit so hard, dented the fuck out of it. We rode away. He said, no. I feel bad about this. So I'm like, all right. We go back to the car. He takes out a Sharpie. He said, I'm pretty sure he writes his name and says, sorry. Nick Eason, my bad. On the dent in this poor dude's fucking car, Dude, I would be so mad. And you know that, okay, if you saw the car, you know this poor guy can't fix it. You know this guy doesn't have insurance to cover high-ass people wall riding his car on bikes. Like, that was another crazy story. That was a long time ago. That was like my first couple years into it or something like that. Because I've been riding like 6 or 7 years. So that was like 4 or 5 years ago. Let me know in the comments below if you like this so far. I don't really know how people talk for so long. I guess that's why they have guests. I need some guests. I'm not that interesting. I can't just fucking talk, even though that's how I make most of my money. Alright, now's a good time to plug the merch. Click the link in the description. I guess I could take breaks, couldn't I? But, fuck it. We're on a roll. What are we at? 16. You know, fun fact about me, I'm supposed to wear glasses. And you guys have maybe seen me wear glasses one time in a vlog that got like 1,000 views. So, basically, 1% of you actually know that I wear glasses. I'm fucking blind at night. Can't see very far. Like, I can't see, like, the camera's right there. How far? 16 minutes? Like, it's fucked. Anyway. What do we got next? Oh, yeah, I want to talk about some stories of professionals that I've met, or anybody with some sort of clout, or any collaboration, or whatever you want to call it. So, my favorite one, I haven't really met a lot of pros. Now, Dylan, all of my favorite riders, he's literally like partied with. He's hung out with them. He always, they're sliding through Kansas City all the time. And I'm in, butt fucking hee-haw, monster truck, mullet, Springfield. And no one comes down here to ride bikes. He's done it all. So this is a very limited list, surprisingly. Like, I've not met very many pros at all. I think more pros follow me on Instagram, more pros and bike companies, like big ones, follow me on Instagram and interact with me than I've actually met them. That's kind of fucking sad, but... Okay, the first one, he's not a pro, but he has some clout. Ryan Needle, he's my boy. We FaceTime, we call, we Snapchat, we text, we DM. Collaboration coming soon. We need to make that happen. He lives like 22 hours away from me. We'll make that happen. But Ryan Needle, if you don't know who that is, he's got over 130,000 subscribers on YouTube. As you know, I have 17,000. So it's a pretty big fucking deal. And funny, actually, the way I met him is he DM'd me. He said, "Yo, what's your number?" I was like, "Oh, it's happening." He put me in a group chat with Cody Kruger, who is Adam LZ. He used to be in Adam LZ's video. Alfredo Mancuso, the BMXican. This guy named Steve Visual, who isn't really a YouTuber. He's just he's a content producer, really good, real successful. And then himself, Ryan Needle. And I'm in this group chat all of a sudden, and I'm like, "Yo, this is fucking dope." Anyway, that's how I met Ryan, through that. Thanks for reaching out for me, by the way. Now we have a dope online friendship. Here's probably my favorite story. So, I'm trying to remember. We went to House Park in Austin, Texas on a little trip. It was me, Devin, my friend Ben, and then Dylan. We went to House Park one morning and we saw Brett Silva. And this, I guess I could knock two out with one stone. So there was Brett Silva, Daryl Taco. I was with Pedal Push and Jamie Barnhart, the guy who actually got me the hookup with Sunday and Odyssey, or Full Factory. And then there was Travis Hughes. At the time, Travis Hughes was my favorite fucking rider. He's bigger in person, dude. He's kind of husky. He's a husky fella. He's kind of big, but shreds. Anyway, so I was a little nervous, and I remember I was trying to get this Instagram clip. Took 2 tries, but the first try was a nightmare. There was a bowl in House Park. I did a nollie bar spin into the bowl, and then I just wanted to do a steezy tail whip out. Just a quick little 1-2. Nollie bar in, right in, fly out, tail whip. That's all I wanted to do. My ass eats shit on the tail whip harder than I've pretty much ever eaten shit on a tail whip ever. Tail whips are my fucking trick. I'll one whip. I could cab whip almost first try, and I was trying to do a fly out tail whip. My ass eats shit right in front of him. God damn it, Greyson, but whatever. Anyway, so there was Brett Silva. We got to ride street with him a couple days. Got to ride house. That's pretty cool enough, just being able to ride and have a session with these pros. Brett Silva is a pro on Sunday. It's just so cool. He's so good. I watched him get an Instagram clip that was actually really impressive, first of all, but I got to watch him, the guy, film it, and I got to watch him do it, and I got to watch it on Instagram, just like I have all these other years, but I got to see that one in person, which is crazy. And even crazier, we all piled in the back of his buddy's truck. So his buddy's driving, and then he's in the passenger seat, and then me and my buddies are in the back of the truck. Don't ask me how the fuck this all went down, because I don't remember. We're on the back of the truck on the way to going to Burger Shack, or Shake Shack actually, in downtown Austin. Great burgers, great shakes, fucking way overpriced, but oh dude, we got to eat dinner with Brett Silva, a pro on Sunday. That was crazy. Just some random, just us random people. We didn't know him. Dylan didn't even know him. We didn't have any connections. We just somehow fucking... Now that I think about it, I never really gave that much thought, but now that I think about it, we finessed that. That's... Why would he do that? Why would he have dinner with us? I don't... Oh, man, I forget you can't cut shit. Alright, So that was crazy. My local skate park, actually, Jay Dalton showed up one day. And I didn't vlog with him. I think he was in my vlog for a little bit. Of course he was. I'm not going to lie. He was definitely in my vlog. And when he pulled out the camera and he started vlogging, I left. I mean, I like Jay Dalton. He's cool. But I'm not one to really fanboy that much. Like, in my head, I'm like, oh, that's fucking dope. That's the dude. But after that, I'll be like, yo, what's up? I'll introduce myself, stuff like that. But I don't really get starstruck. I'm not a huge, I don't really fucking care. Like, dope, that's the guy I watch. Like, cool, do your thing, dude. I'm not gonna bother you. So when he started vlogging and a lot of people was like, that could have been your chance to collaborate with him, but it's just not my thing. Got to meet the guy, got to ride with him. I think he got a couple clips from my vlog, and he's on the GoPro. I remember shaking his hand and shit, but yeah, he is so fucking good. And it's crazy because I was talking about Springfield. No one really comes down here that often. So when Jay Dalton showed up, I was like, damn, that's sick. Got to watch him in person. I watched a lot of his stuff. He's a dude that pretty much lives at Woodward. And some of my friends got to make it into his vlog, which was so cool. It was really cool to see that. And yeah, shout out to Jay Dalton. Super nice guy. Awkward as fuck, but you know how it is. You guys probably could have guessed the same fucking thing. Let's see. Another dude who showed up to Springfield Skate Park. I think this was before Jay. Morgan Wade showed up, which was pretty dope. It was him and a dude with a red camera. You don't know red camera? It's like a fucking $15,000 camera. This cocksucker was holding it, filming him, and we were asking like, "Yo, what is this for?" He's like, "This isn't even for a BMX project." He wasn't there filming for BMX. He was on his bike at the skate park. He was filming for literally just his life, but his life is BMX. Yeah, you put that together, I don't know, but really cool to ride with Morgan Wade. He shred the shit out of the 10-foot, doing crazy airs, ice picks, flares. And I don't really remember what I did, but this was in the middle of winter, and this is when I rode ramps a lot because it's an indoor park. So I got pretty good at ramps. And I did some line, and he was stoked on it. Like, I didn't even think he saw it. He was going, Eep! You know that thing that BMX riders do. Which is pretty cool to get props from Morgan Wade when I think he was across like the skate park on the top of the 10-foot and I was in the fucking bowl, which that was crazy. Yeah. Oh yeah, another dude, when I was living in Kansas City, DMC, Dennis McCoy, the X Games legend. He's like 50, I think he's in his 50s now. Yeah, I ride with him a decent amount, at least some, especially when I lived there. We had many sessions together, which is crazy. He still fucking shreds. It's funny seeing this X Games legend and we're just having a conversation, just fucking throwing around F-bombs, just shredding, having a good time, which that's really cool. So, got to meet Morgan Wade, Dennis McCoy, Jay Dalton, Brett Silva, Travis Hughes. And I think that's all the pros or like anybody of, well, I didn't really meet this guy, but something I will talk about, let me see how we're doing on time. Something I will talk about is, I used to work with Woozy BMX. So like a year ago, whenever my split edit with Dylan came out, I think it was Sicko Mode. When that split edit came out a year ago, we were sending it to a bunch of BMX websites, and none of them posted it. The music was copyrighted. It was a lot of like plugging and B-roll, and it never got posted anywhere. But Woozy liked the video enough where they said, yo, we can't post that with the music, but how would you like to make videos for our channel? We have a budget of $100 a month. We'll pay you $100 a month to make 2 videos a month. And, well, okay, here's the thing. Usually I'm not going to disclose contracts, but first of all, I have a very good lawyer. This is a very, very insignificant amount of money, and this was a long time ago. And they're never going to see this, neither will anybody else. So it doesn't really matter. So I'll just say, so $50 a video, $100 a month for 2 videos. All I had to do was make a how-to, a street riding vlog, anything, pretty much stuff I would normally do, but instead of saying, what's happening Boss Squad, I say, what's happening Woozy, subscribe to Woozy instead of subscribe to me, and they post it on their channel. And it was $50 a month. And so I've got some videos with, tens of thousands of views on Woozy, which is cool. So I kind of got some exposure through that. But they really didn't like you saying, like, follow my Instagram. You can say, like, pretty much subscribe one time. And then other than that, they're like, too much promotion. I remember one time I filmed in a bike shop. And they said, that's too much promotion. I was like, well, I figured it would be cooler than filming it on the back of a fucking wall. They didn't like the bike shop. I was like, we're in a bike setting talking about bikes. You can barely see the logo if you can at all, but whatever. Interesting, super nice guy. And to me, that was a huge fucking deal. Like, to get paid like more than I already do for YouTube videos. Hell yeah. Any like $100 for making, or $50 a video for making BMX videos I'm gonna make anyway. Like, I would, like, that was so sick at the time. And that actually sparked like another branch. Like, I know you guys know I have like Boss and the brand deals and all that stuff. Everything you see on YouTube. But what you don't see on YouTube is Boss actually like has a branch of it that works with clients and takes on companies and businesses as clients. That's like much bigger than the actual what you guys see, which is kind of fascinating. Boss is much bigger than what meets the eye. And this is kind of what sparked it. I was like, yo, if they're looking for people to make videos for them, surely other people are. And so I worked with them for a couple months, maybe made like $400 or $500. But I'm trying to remember what happened. I would make videos, and then they would like not pay me. So it wasn't $50 twice a month. It was $100 once a month, and it was pretty much after you submitted the first video. So I remember them just not paying me, like it taking forever. An email, like, sorry, whatever, just not paying. And I was like, okay, so the next month goes, and it's like not paying. They paid me eventually. It was just really slow, really delayed, and it took like effort to get $100 from a motherfucker. So in the final month, it took like a couple, maybe 3 weeks to get fucking paid $100. So I was like, all right, fuck this. I sent them the video. And I never emailed them back. I never said, what videos do you want from next month? I never said anything like that. Just took the $100 and that was the end of that. But it was really cool because I got a little bit of promotion, even though they pretty much were very limited on that. And it was just really big deal at the time because they're a much bigger channel than I am, even though they're not like a personal brand and don't have that big of an influence, considering they just post random people. It was really cool because they did have eyeballs. And I did watch some of their videos. I remember as a kid watching it. Now I'm making YouTube videos for it and getting paid, which is pretty dope. But I wish it could have. Now, like, I would never. If you paid me $50 to make a video, I don't make videos anymore. By the way, I only edit like high-end clientele work or stuff like that. If you come at me and say I'm gonna give you $50 to edit my video in an hour, I will fucking laugh in your face. But at the time, it was a big deal. But now it's literally hundreds of dollars an hour if I'm gonna edit your video because it's just, and they really helped me build my portfolio because when I was getting my first clients, I was bidding them like $15. I think it was like $20 an hour. It was my first client, and that wasn't them. They were technically my first, but it wasn't really a client or anyway. But I was able to say, yo, I make YouTube videos for this big channel. I have my own channel. I have, I don't think I said a podcast because this has like no views or anything. But I had a, decently large, not large, but decent sized YouTube channel. And then Woozy had 162. And plus, OPBMX had like 1,000 subs. But they made fucking fire content. And I was in that. And so I used those three. And I feel like them seeing 162,000 subscribers as a company I worked with really helped. And now I don't in my pitches, since I don't work with them anymore, obviously they're long gone, but they did help me kind of get off the ground a little bit faster, which is alright. Sorry, my camera just dicked out on me. It said maximum recording reached, whatever. I forgot what I was saying. I think I was thanking but dissing Woozy at the same fucking time. I blew through this podcast. I really want them to be a lot longer, considering I'm going to break them up, and I want the broken up sections to be 30 minutes long, not the entire fucking podcast. But imagine if it was me and someone else talking. This 30 minutes with another person would be like an hour. So I just need to get a guest on this motherfucker. Anyway, this is the first podcast. Let me know in the comments below if you liked this. If not, let me know how I can improve. If the audio was shit, if I need to go to my actual equipment. If the lighting was bad, if you don't like the setting. I don't know why there's a lamp behind me. That monkey is supposed to be in the shot. He's wearing headphones and he's going like this. It's fucking dope for a podcast, but that didn't work out. It's mounted too high. Yeah, let me know what you want me to talk about, who I should have as a guest, stuff like that. This is so short, but that's all I really got for this episode. Yeah, I just need someone to, shout out to a company. Another crazy thing. You can be a small YouTuber like me, but if you have a really, loyal fan base, you can make some money. This company sent me a fucking dope-ass $200 coat for free, just to post a picture of me in it on Instagram. And I guess the theory is I don't have a whole lot of Instagram followers, but the ones I do are really, we have a really close community. The Boss Squad is really fucking dope. So that's cool. Thank you guys for that. I needed a coat, and I got a real nice one for free. So thank you. Yeah, Boss Squad, I think I'll see you in the next one. I hope this wasn't fucking shit. Pick up some merch, you dick. Oh. Pick up some merch. How do I end these things? I need to make an outro and an intro.